Man United, they've had like I said, 67% possession. They've got no one up top that is clinical like Crystal Palace have been today. Yes, they've got the brilliance of Diallo and Fernandes, but apart from that, you've got Xerxes who come on today, nothing. Hoyland, nothing. Mainu, I'm not going to be critical of Mainu because he wasn't playing in his position. He was playing as a false nine. He's never played there before. Garnacho, early on in the game, he was putting good balls in the box. But again, there's no one there to put the ball in the back of the net. And when you can't do that, you're not going to win games.
So you were saying there about Crystal Palace and they have a style of play which they have worked to and is effective. Are you saying that Manchester United are sort of getting to a certain style of play, but they just don't have the weaponry to finish things off?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
There is progress to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen progress today. I said, Man United started off really well. They was keeping the ball. They was keeping the ball all around the Crystal Palace's box, probing, and it was good. They got into good, dangerous areas. But again, they didn't have the cutting edge. They're playing in a formation that they're not used to. A lot of those players in that squad don't really suit Amarim's formation, what he wants. As in, Garnacho's not really the number 10, but he can do a job. Like he starts there and ends up out wide, which I'm sure that Amarim's, he's okay with. But you don't have a striker that's going to run in behind, that's going to hold the ball up, that can beat a player, that can score goals like he had at Sporting with Gyokeres. I don't think he doesn't really fancy Casemiro. Eriksen's not going to go and close down players. Yes, he's got Ugarte, who we trust. He had before. Mainu, again, he played in an unfamiliar role today. But there's a lot of... He's trying out a lot of players in a lot of different positions. And it's just not working at the moment. But he did say it's going to be painful. He did not want to go to Man United when he did. He wanted to wait until the summer. And he himself admitted that. And when you go in the summer, you've got time to work with players. You've got time to bring players in. You've got time to get rid of players. I think it would be a big mistake now, unless someone is available that they actually want, that he's actually said, I want in the summer. There's no point in spending money now because Man United are not going to get relegated and they're not going to be in the Champions League places.
Well, this is the point then about the Champions League places and what Manchester United and Ruben Amorim do with the season now. And you're looking at Man City with 41, Newcastle 41, Chelsea 40, Bournemouth 40 as well, and Manchester United down with 29 points. So you'd say that's gone. Do you now put all of your eggs in winning the Europa League and then getting into the Champions League that way?
Yeah, I'll definitely go with that. Try and win Europa League. You've still got top players there. You've still got top players there that can win football matches if they apply themselves, if they believe in it. There's some players there that, today I look at that game and Xerxes comes on. He ambles on the pitch. Hoyland, very much the same. It looks like the body language. They're at Man United Football Club. Everyone wants to play for Man United. They're one of the biggest clubs in the world, and they just come onto the pitch like, okay then. They don't sprint onto the pitch with any urgency like, okay, I'm playing for my future at this club. And it's a shame to see that. And, Amorim says it himself. There's a lot of players there that are not working hard enough. There's a lot of players. He put an extra coach on the bench. An extra coach on the bench instead of a player, because he said, if they're not working hard, I'm not going to put them on the bench. It's crazy what's happening there right now. There's a lot of, indecisions going on there in the background, I'm sure as well. But I feel for the fans because the fans are going there and supporting the team. And then you see, again, I don't really like to, pick people out, but you see Xerxes today. Fans will be looking at that saying, look at him, he's just ambled on the pitch.
And actually, the biggest frustration about that is that you look back to the summer and think, why did you persist with a manager that you clearly thought for the long term? Because whether that was entirely Erik ten Hag signing, but you feel like someone like Joshua Xerxes, someone he had a hand in, and therefore there is wasted recruitment, which now Ruben Amorim is having to deal with and will have to deal with further in the summer.
Yeah, ten Hag got rewarded for winning. That's what he got rewarded for.
For the FA Cup.
Yeah, for the FA Cup, sorry. Yeah, he got rewarded for that. There's no other reason why he would get a new deal. There's no other reason why he would go into the next season, because he was getting criticism last season. Again, I don't even understand why they gave Ten Hag a new deal, because they was talking about sacking him during the season. Yes, he won the FA Cup, which is good. It's silverware. But ultimately, they didn't fancy him long term. They should have brought Amorim in then, because that's